chat, the comments when we're talking about making podcasts, the links in the chat will give you the SOP to book create 30 posts on Facebook. And so today's portion is the third page. If you come over to the left-hand side of that document, once you open it and click these little tabs, it'll give you page 1, page 2, and then page 3. So today is page 3, and it is 30 posts in 30 minutes. So we're going to get started so I can get through all 30 posts and show you guys how to do this. Now, the first post that we did were just still images. So those were like things that you would post on your feed or in a story, but it was a still picture, just a JPEG. It wasn't anything animated. You can add animations to it, but we didn't really do that. You can go back into this page, and the very first link here is going to be the template that explains how to open up Canva, how to make a copy, and how to use the templates. And that can be applied to all the templates that I give you. So that's what that link is. The second link on this one would be the template to the Canva creations of those specific ones. But we're going to dive over into number 3, and we're going to go to this first template, which is going to be the same sheet. It's going to explain to you how to use it. And then here we have our live template. So this is a template that I created for you guys since next month is Halloween. I did a little Halloween one. You guys don't have to use that one, but here's the template. You would click edit template and make a copy for yourself. So I'm going to close out of that because I'm going to come back over mine. And this is going to be our step-by-step of how to bulk create it. And I'm going to go fast, so stop me if you guys have any questions or need me to clarify on something. So you already should have your copy opened up. What you're going to do is come over to Canva and create a new sheet in Canva Sheets. And then you're going to name the first 2 columns. We're going to call this hook, and we're going to call this call to action. It doesn't really matter what you name it. You can name it whatever you want. I just like hook and call to action. Then after we have those created, what we're going to do is come over here, and we're going to grab our social media. So grab social media and go down until you see TikTok video. It doesn't have to necessarily go on TikTok, but it's the right dimensions, and I like the way it works, so we're going to use that one. Then come over to projects, and yours is going to say something like template. Let me see if I have it the same. No. Here we go. This one. Close this back out. Now, I like to use these grids. If you don't want them, you can get rid of them. You can just go into settings, and then you can say either show or don't show them, whichever one you want. I like to use them because I like to have things look centered and stuff. So now that we have this is a video. If you click play, it plays. And it doesn't have music on it right now. I always forget to add audio, and I'm like uploading it, and I'm like, son of a. So let's not forget, and let's do it first. So come over to the left side and hit audio. Then when you come here, you can type whatever kind of music you want to type up here, and it'll bring up the music selection section. I already picked this one. This is what it sounds like. You can hear it. So that's what I'm going to pick. So I'm going to just click it, and it's going to bring it right in and put it right here under my little video. Now that we have this done, let's save what we've got so far. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this page just so I can show you guys a few things, but then I'm going to delete it. So now that I have this page duplicated, what I'm going to do is change some of the effects on here. So like I said, this was a template that I created, but you can do whatever you want. So come into elements, and when you go into elements, you can put something here. So let's say you want, I don't know, birthday. And then go to videos, and then you have a whole bunch of birthday-ish video, literally birthday, okay, videos. If you want to do real estate, in the videos, and you have a bunch of different real estate videos. So you could change this to whatever you wanted to change it to. So let's say we want to change it to this. That's kind of cool. I like that actually. But now I want to get rid of the witch, the spiders, because I don't want those. You don't need to mix themes. I don't know where my other fonts went. There they are. We can change the font color, which we need to do because We can't see it when it's white. And then somewhere down here I have another one too, but I already changed the thing, so we'll have to find that one. You can change the font. So I typed Halloween up here and it brought me a bunch of Halloween fonts. You can change it to whatever you want to change it to, and it'll give you all different types of fonts. So if you're wanting to have something look more professional or just kind of silly, goofy, however you want your fonts to look, you can change your font, you can change their size. And the same thing over here, I wouldn't leave Halloween font, I would change it to something different. So that's kind of cool. And then you just decide where you want these things to go. All right, let's see what it looks like if we do this. Hit play. That's kind of cool. Then you can bring it up here. It can be up on the top of the magnifying glass. I like that too. So however you want to do that, you can change your, oh no, you can't change the background. This is a video, just kidding. But you can add elements. So let's say we want to add elements. Go to graphics. And let's add, oops. Let's add these keys just for, oh, no, let's add these keys just for fun. Actually, I don't like these, but whatever, we're gonna leave them here for right now. Now we can take these and we can go animate, and then we can make these do different things. So what do we want these to do? Do we want them to like pop? Do we want them to like fade in, fade out? I liked where we did the little rotating thing, but now I don't see the rotate in a circle. Oh, here it is, I'm done. Okay, so here's tumble. Here's rotate in a circle. So now if we hit play. Okay, just kidding. Where's rotate in a circle? Not wiggle, just rotate. You can change the speed you want that. So let's go back to this one. Actually, before we go back, anybody have any questions on this one? No? Okay. Gonna delete it. No. Delete the whole page. Okay, so let's go back here. Now we're gonna go back to our sheet here within Canva. Go back to the SOP for your bulk creation. And we're gonna get our prompts. So take this prompt, bring it over here underneath the hook, come up to your actions button, and this is where the magic happens. Go down to magic right, paste the prompt, and then it's going to give you a little quote that says, in real estate, every deal is a haunted house, full of surprises, occasional screams, but always a treat if you survive the tour. Hit enter. Now, we also want 30, so we're going to come here, and remember last time, as I said, it only wants to do like 20 at a time. So highlight 20, go back up to actions, go to magic fill, or fill empty cells, and then it's going to give you 20 more of the same type of quotes. Insert those, come back to 20, go down to 31 because we have one square up here taken, so we want to go over to 31, so we make sure we have 30. Go to actions, go to magic fill, or fill empty cells. I don't know why I call them both magic. They are magic.
And Heather, Hercurium, you have a question?
Yes, Heather, so where are we exactly? Is this in the AI section?
Wait, I'm sorry, what was that? Is it in
So
what?
within Canva, where exactly are we where we are doing this hook and the CTA?
When you go into Canva, if you have the paid subscription or professional account,
Right.
your homepage looks like this. It's
Okay.
in Sheets. You would click Sheets,
Sheet. Okay. Got it.
and that'll bring you to this.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Then come back over to the top. So you're going to be in column B2, and you're going to go to column actions. Go back over to our SOP and grab the second prompt for our call to action, both sides of it. Come back over here and where it's highlighted, but don't click in it. You're going to click onto Actions, go back to Magic Write, paste that prompt in, and then it's going to generate a call. Then highlight down 20 rows, do magic fill so that we can have those empty cells filled without having to come up with our own little thing, hit enter, and then come to 20, go back down to 31, highlight those, repeat the process with fill empty cells, hit insert, and there we go. So now we have our hook and our call to action. So what we're going to do is we're going to first come back over here, and I like to make my first one an example so I see what it looks like. So I'm going to copy the very first hook, bring it over here, hit paste. That's way too big. We need to bring it in. Go by these little guidelines. This is going to what tells you what you can't go past because all of your social media stuff is going to be on this side. So bring it in here, but then you want to make sure you have a little bit of wiggle room on each side because each platform's slightly different. So once you have that, I'm going to bring it down a smidgen. Now, sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to layer stuff and then it gets stuck underneath and you're like, I want to grab this one, but I can't because it's underneath this one, but I don't want to move this one because it took me 30 minutes to get it in the right place. Hit the three little dots, go to layer, and then hit show layers. And now it's going to show you all the elements in here and you can pick which one you want. You can highlight it by clicking it and now I have control of it and I can move it down without having to move that one if I was like, I don't want that one to move. What I like to do as well is leave an extra space. So you can see like right here, there's no extra space. Hit enter, leave an extra space in case there's more writing than you have a square. It doesn't make it wonky and throw it out if you give it a little bit of wiggle room. So then we're going to go back over to here, grab that call to action, copy it, come back, and then hit this one and hit that, leave that little extra space. Now I'm going to take this phone number and I'm going to change it and I'm going to make it at cloudrealty.com. This one, I don't need an extra space because we're not linking anything to it. So at cloudrealty.com, make sure I spelled it correctly. I'm going to bring it up here so that it is like eye-catching. And then we're going to change the font color. So I'm going to make it orange. No, I don't want to change all. I just want to change this one. There we go. Now it says it's centered. I don't like the way it looks centered, so I'm going to move it over just a little bit like that. Same thing with this one. We can bring down here. We can make this bigger. We can make the font bigger. You can either make the font bigger by going like this or by coming up here and changing it like that, however you want to do it. So I'm going to bring this one down a little bit, bring this one down a smidgen, bring this one over, and then there we go. So I have these set up, and then I have my music connected. If you want to change the color of your font, you can. Again, you can come back here and change it any color you want. If you want to change the color of these fonts, you can come here and change them any color you want. And you can change your spacing between letters. It looks like there's a lot of spacing between these letters. So you can take that and change it and make it wider. You can make it smaller. You can do whatever you want to do with your things. We're just going to do like that. And then make it a little bit bigger. And bring it up. There we go. Actually, now I feel like that's hard to read. So we're going to come back in here. There we go. Now, one thing you can do with these if you wanted to, because this is a video, you can change the animation and you can make the words do different things. Like if you want them to bounce in like this, you can come in here and just play around with these and see however you want it to look. This one is this. So I think what I'll do is take that one, that too. There we go. Now, let's come back over here. Oh, also, you can do that for all these different features too. Like all of these, they all say animated, so they all have something going on, and you can change those to whatever animation you want. Just kind of go in there and play with those. Come back here, highlight, oops, grab this, go over, and then highlight. Okay, I don't know. Like, no, stop it. Just kidding. Highlight everything. And then come back up to actions and hit bulk create. Make sure everything is highlighted from A1 to B31 and then hit continue. Then click on currently open. Come in here and connect your data. So you're going to hit this first block here and you're going to go hook. And then you're going to hit the second block here and you're going to go call to action. And remember, like last time, we're going to hit advanced options and change this to one design with multiple pages, not 30 individual designs. Then hit create. Now make sure you're ready to create because now it's going to create them. So we want to make sure we have everything connected. We have this there. Everything looks good. We have our music. Hit create. Again, if it brings you this page, which it does to me all the time, don't hit reload page. Just hit close. It's fine because you're just going to open it right here. So open it right here. And now we have all 30. Just go through, read them, check them, make sure they say what you want them to say, make sure everything looks good, and then you're good to go. At that point, what you would do is you would come up here and you would download them. You would make sure that they're an MP4 video, and then when you're downloading them, you want to make sure you download pages as separate files. You don't want one long video, you want separate files. Once you have your separate files, you would come over to the media section here, media storage or your social planner. And this is where we have to bring all of those videos. So once you have them, you would just come over here, wherever you save them and extract them to inside of your these ones. You would just highlight them all. And then I've already done this, I'm not going to do it again. And then you would hit open, and then they would all upload here inside the media section. And remember that they're here because we're going to need these for later. So then we go to marketing, and we go to our social planner. We're going to say new post. And we're going to say upload from a CSV file. We're going to click advanced, and we're going to get the XLSX and download that. So once we have that, we're going to open it. I'm going to work on this one because I'm going to show you guys where I have mine. I have to do this on my Google Sheet, and I already have it done, and it's right here. So I already have my Google Sheet already done. I'm already filled in, but we still need to go through this, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Can you guys see this? No, it's not pulling up the Google Sheet because I didn't have the screen share. Actually, we're just going to do this. I'm going to show you on this one since it's already filled out. So you guys can see the Google Sheet, right?
Yeah.
So with this Google Sheet, we need to bring over all of those posts into this Google Sheet and schedule everything out. Actually, let me do this because you need to see that other. Give me 1 second, let me. Now you guys should be able to see everything. Okay, now you can see it. So, we have our Google Sheet here. Well, actually, no, this is not a Google Sheet, it's an Excel sheet, but you know what I mean. The first thing we do is we figure out when we're going to post these. I'm going to start on October 1st, not 2050, 2025, and then the time, if you want it to be 9 a.m., if you want it to be 6 p.m., whatever time you want it, just make sure you have it set up in this format or it won't post correctly. Come here, grab this till it shows a little crossbow, and then drag it down to 32 because you're taking up 2 spaces here, so we need to make sure we have 32, otherwise there won't be enough. Then we have our social content, and then our URL, and then we're not going to do an image, we're going to do our video, so we're going to put that on a different side than we did before. So what I did was I went over to ChatGPT and just asked it to write me 10 different posts that were about what I was working with. So if I'm doing a Halloween theme, if I'm doing whatever kind of thing I'm doing, like if I'm doing buyer and seller tips, I just want something that's going to be relevant to what I'm posting. And then I took these 10 posts here, put them like this into social media, or not social media, I can't talk, put them into my Google Sheet. Let's do this. Let me see if this will work. And then I did this. I don't want to have to keep repeating that 10 after 10 after 10 after 10. So what I did was I just did 10 and then I highlighted them, made it that little bow, went down however many spots I want, and then click paste, and it'll automatically just keep putting those same chunks. So it's not going to be the same content over and over. It's going to be different content when I'm posting the pictures. Now the pictures are going to be the same except for the words on them, but it will all be different. And if you wanted to change the pictures on them, you can. We went over that last time, but we're not going to do that this time. So need to delete this. That is how you would create all of that here. Also, side little tip, if you're using Google Sheet or if you're using this one, sometimes when you're doing this, if you have two lines and you hit copy and you come over here to put it in and you go here, watch it not do it this time, hit paste, it'll bring it on two different rows. See how it's on row 1 and then the hashtags are on row 2? I don't want that. I want it in one row because with it in 2 rows, it's going to screw up my little thing here. So we're going to undo that. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this and we're going to click the cell we want, which is this one, and come up here and paste it there. Now that we pasted it there, it's going to bring it all to the one box so we don't have any overlapping. So once you have it all in one box, then you can do the same thing where you bring it down and it'll copy it, but you've got to make sure you have it in one box first, otherwise you just screw everything up. So then we have our URL. What URL are you wanting to have this go to? I want it to go to cloud. So I would like that and say, you can be whatever one you want. Oops, and it would help if I could spell. And that's something good. Now, the next thing is images. We're not using an image this time, so we're going to delete that. We're going to use a video URL. So that's where we come back over to Canva, not Canva, the CRM, go into media storage, change it from this view to line view, and like last time, copy those links. So copy that link, bring it here to where it says video and post, and then get the next one, copy that link, and so on and so forth. I've already done that. I already have all of my video URLs here. So you'll see I have all socials video URLs here. The next column over here is it optimized? And then we have, do you want a watermark? Yes, optimized. So I hit true, and then I did the little crossbow thing and just copied them all down. No, there's no watermark. Same thing, copy it all the way down for however many you want. And then tags. Are we tagging this? Are we labeling it? What are we doing with this? So if you're doing tags, I'm just going to do Halloween homes, copy it all the way down. And then category promotions, copy it all the way down. Then follow-up comment. Do you want a follow-up comment on that? And I said, follow me at realtalkha.live because that's where all of my socials are. So I would do that. Same thing. Copy it all the way down. You're doing it over here. Copy it all the way down over here. Now this is where we're going to get into what socials can we post this in and what socials can we not post this one in. So for Facebook and Instagram, they can do a video, they can do a story, or you can do a reel. So this one we're going to do as a reel. You could do it as a story, but we've already done that, I believe, so we're going to do it as a reel. And the same thing for this one, we're going to change this to say reel. And then just copy that all the way down. Same with this one, copy it all the way down. I'm not doing it for LinkedIn, so I'm going to delete that. I'm not doing a video for Google, So we're deleting that. And then we're going to come over to YouTube. So we are going to do it for YouTube. And we're going to pick what we want. So we're going to name this over here in YouTube. What did I name it? Oh, I just named it Happy Halloween. So whatever you're naming it, and then copy that all the way down. Make sure you put it on public view, otherwise it'll be private and nobody will see your video. And then is this going to be a video or is it going to be a short? This is going to be a short. The shorts are like really trending right now. So take that and then copy it all the way down, just like the rest. So then you get to TikTok. So for TikTok, we're going to say privacy level is E for everyone. So you're going to write E for everyone and then copy that all the way down, just like the others. And then the same thing with, is this a promote brand, true or false? So are you promoting a brand, true or false? Is it another brand? Is it not something that's not yours? Like, are you an affiliate? No, we're not an affiliate, so we're going to say false. Then, are we enable comments? Are we enabling duets? And are we enabling stitches? And I said yes to everything because you want people to interact with your stuff, because if they don't interact with your stuff and you don't allow them to interact with your stuff, they're not going to push it out as far. So allow them to interact with everything. And then video disclosure, true. I say true because this is a special category. And then, are you promoting your brand? So is this something that you're promoting that's yours? Yes, that's true. So that we would put true and copy it all the way down. I'm not going to spam the communities with this because this will be a post every single day. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to post it into Pinterest. And I'm just going to give it a title of Happy Halloween and then my link. And then, again, copy those all the way down. Once you have that done, you would download this and you would make this a copy of a CSV file or the other, like X, whatever that other one was, if you want to do it that way. And then come back over to your marketing section and go to your social media calendar. I've already got it uploaded because last time it tried to give me lots of problems. So I was like, I'm just going to do it in advance now. And we can do that. But for right now, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So new post, upload from CSV file, go to advanced. Oh, it's XLSX. And then click upload. And then it's going to ask you which one you want to upload. And where's the one that I did earlier? Which would be this one. Hit next. Then you're going to connect your socials. So we want to connect. I already have a tab for video, but it doesn't have everything. So we're going to do them individually. We're going to do Facebook. We're going to do Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and don't forget YouTube. So now that I have all of those selected, and you have to have your socials connected beforehand. If you guys don't have those connected yet, we talk about that in the very first one, but I can also show you guys how to do that at a later time. Now, if you're doing this for somebody, you could send for approval. Like if you're working as a content manager on behalf of your manager and you have to send everything out before you get posted, you click send for approval. I don't have to do that, so I'm not going to bother with that one. Then we're going to upload these. Okay, good. And it didn't give me any problems. If you don't fill out that form correctly, it's going to come here and it's going to say errors. And all of them will have errors, and it will not let you post it without it being completely correct. If there's any errors, you can't post it. It'll just say not posted, posted as draft, and then nobody will see it. So you have to make sure it says no errors and you filled out everything correctly to move forward. So once we have here, we have all of our socials connected, all the posts here. We have all 30 posts. We could look at them individually, but we really don't have to because we already did everything. We would just come over here and hit schedule post. I have 31, but that's okay. And then import these. And now they're importing, and then boom, I just scheduled 30 posts in 30 minutes. Ooh, right on the nose, too. So let's come into our planner. And refresh first, actually, because last time I was like, oh, they're right there, and then they weren't there because I didn't refresh, and I'm stupid. So, come over here, got to our planner, look at it like a calendar, go to October, and where is it? Oh, I think it is it that one, or is it, yeah, I think it was this one. So there. So that's what it looks like on all the different social media channels. So we have it on Facebook, we have it on Instagram, we have it on TikTok, we have it on Pinterest, and we have it on YouTube.
Seems like a lot, but how much more time are you saving by doing this in one sitting?
A lot. If you were trying to post these all individually, you would have to go through each of these individually and post them, and it would be a lot, because I'd be posting all of these. So for one day, right, for this one post for October 1st, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels. So I would have to go to 5 channels individually and post for one. So 5 times 30 if I wanted just one post a day, and that's how much time you would be saving trying to do all of that.
And this is all available right through the CRM, easy to connect all your social media and plan everything from one sitting, right?
Yep.
Nice.
As soon as your social medias are connected, it's pretty easy just to go up there and bulk post.
Outstanding. Any questions, guys? Anyone before we wrap it up for the day?
And what makes it even quicker too, guys, is this is why I save them in Google Calendar. So like I have my Tuesday Reel bulk Canva. Once I have this saved, I don't have to go through here every time I want to post a reel and change everything. I just need to change the date, the content. This can stay the same. I would change the videos. All of this would stay the same. Maybe if it's still Halloween, I would leave this, but I might change that. Reels would stay the same. Follow me would stay the same. Promotions would stay the same. These 2 things right here would stay the same. This would probably change. The title would change. Basically, all of TikTok would all stay the same. And then the link on Pinterest would stay the same, but the description would change here. The title would change. So once you have your templates built out, you save a lot of time there too, because you're not having to change everything every single time. And then have one for your stories, have one for reels, have ones for posts, have ones for stories with video, have one with stories for images. Just have them already preset, so you just go in and change what's necessary to save you time.
So within that document, you can essentially just create a sheet on the bottom, separate sheet for each category, right? And just streamline that process as much as you can.
Theoretically, yes. I would create separate documents for them, because when you go to try to upload it, sometimes it confuses the CRM and it doesn't know which one to pull, and it doesn't pull the right one. So I would just create the separate documents, and you don't want to go in and start messing with one to realize you're on the wrong one and then you mess it up. It's better just to have completely separate documents.
Perfect. Nice.
Or at least for me anyways.
Thank you, Heather. Another great day, Tech Tuesday, and appreciate your input and putting this together for us here.
No problem, Vic. And again, all this stuff is in the links, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know.
Outstanding. Thank you, guys.